quick thank you to our sponsor. We are part of the Roll20 Ambassador program, so when we do switch over to our character sheets and our conspiracy theory board, that is all on Roll20, and thank you all very much. Okay, that's it for me. Waffles.
We already threw it over to me. That's it for me.
All right, well then, let's hit that beautiful intro video, and we cannot delay this any further. Let's go into this house.
Get in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Alrighty, we're back. I have to make a very quick overlay adjustment though, so just bear with me here. I believe we're coming back to this.
No.
And...
Wait, I forgot
now I
about.
need to see it.
Oh no, I forgot.
You didn't even tell me you were making adjustments.
Oh my god.
Oh, Nora.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
Oh dang, we've done it now.
Aw, dang.
Oh no. I need that.
Anyways.
Just reminds me of
Aw,
your
dang.
advice.
Oh dang.
I think that's better now.
It looks so.
I lost my hat. Where's my hat? Where'd it go?
It's scared off of you.
It's not a hat anymore.
I'm sorry,
It's gone
that is
now.
their emotional support hat. You need to give it back.
Well, they
Oh,
better
thank you.
not be at a psyche break then.
Well,
Whew. Okay, we're back. Quick recap this time. Not a whole lot to go into, so I'll just do the quick version. Let me know if y'all have any questions. But you all went to the furniture. On the various houses of furniture, you saw the armoire, which led to a yin reflection scene that hinted at something between maybe yin and amber, maybe at the end of just what happened, amber. And then y'all went to the end table. At the end table, you tricked an old lady into letting you get inside her end table,
Like good government agents.
like good government agents.
oh,
And
don't
then
trick old
you-
ladies into getting into their end tables. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And then you stole a diary, a bronze bowl, and a bronze knife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Tools, let's go.
yeah.
You're too
And then you
happy.
went on.
Certainly nothing.
I'm so excited.
Certainly nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Perfectly
Nothing at
fine.
all. Then you wait back to study.
Wait,
said
hello? How dare
diary.
you? Does everybody have like a sacrificial knife?
Yeah.
Pulls one out of
probably.
my pocket. Wait, no.
Everyone pulls one out. Then y'all went back to study, said diary, got a nice timeline that is now should be all in your notes on Roll20 that I gave at the end of last session. And then quickly skimmed and learned of 2 rituals. What you have in your notes, you don't know exactly how to do them. But you get the concept and you understand that you'd have to study them for the study time that is allotted. I'm pretty sure one of them says a few weeks and the other one says a few hours.
I mean, we don't have time for the weeks one, that's for sure.
That's right.
For everyone to remember and for y'all to read, the one that takes weeks to study takes years to activate.
Yeah, the other one is easy. We just need a human sacrifice.
Yeah, and the other one you need a human sacrifice.
Anyone else concerned about Yen? Just never seen someone so happy.
I mean, here's the thing. I fully expect Yen to hop up on that table to be sacrificed. I'm gonna
You
be real
know?
with you.
You know?
I 100% expect that.
Not the wink.
The wink.
I'll
But
never
besides-
tell.
Besides that, we are coming back to, after reading this diary, 2 mental breaks. Nareen and Yin both popped off and rolled over a 5 on their psyche loss. Yeah, I will turn it over to y'all to let's see how this manifests with each of your characters.
Just to remember how we left off, though, like we're in the hotel room.
Yep.
And this is just basically the night that we are reading. Have gone through all of this, basically, yeah.
Yeah, it's been I would say 3-4 hours of. I mean, y'all have got up. I'm sure y'all brought out drinks, whether alcoholic or not. Y'all have had a pizza. Like y'all are. It's not like you're just 4 hours straight heading this diary. You are you're going through this, and kind of the culmination of it all, when that diary is finally shut, is like, oh, all of this. And then y'all rolled some psyche rolls in this hotel room together, and it was Nareen and Yin that temporarily broke, which mechanically I'll let y'all present it however you want, because it is in the safety of a hotel room. Mechanically, it is a fight, flight, or freeze. Basically, like if this were a fight, you would run away ridiculously, like maybe like through windows. You might jump out a second floor, like that kind of stuff. It's no safety for yourself, kind of running away. Fight the same way, no, because you're basically mentally broken, so you'd fight the same way, no safety for yourself or others, or you would freeze. And I try not to make that call because I think that's boring. But if y'all ever want to make that call for your character of freezing and just like stopping where you are while a monster is killing other people, that's cool too. But I'm never gonna make your character freeze. So yeah, whichever one of y'all wants to go first on this psyche break, since that's where we left off.
Bear, do you have an idea?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was giving you
Oh,
giving you the basket to make
thank
bread
you
out
so
of.
much. To make bread, is that what you said?
make
Don't
bread
worry
out of
about
the
what
basket.
I said. Have a bad time.
I've
I'm
seen
giving you
people
the
make bread
basket
in
to make
baskets.
bread
I was just
out
asking.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
said
put it in there to proof you with a towel on it. Yeah, this works. I can make this work.
Great, thank you for
bread
saving
is
my
pain.
analogy.
Yeah. Have you not?
The bread
I'm
is
sorry,
an analogy of pain.
I'm gonna need y'all to go watch like some kind of baking show. You can put it in the basket, okay? I think for Nareen, is it possible? Like, I think at first she does freeze. Like, as all this information is sort of like running through her and she's hearing all this stuff, like, I think she does sort of go very still. And then it's kind of like a gunshot at like a race where she just like gets up, grabs her bag, not making sure like all her shit's in there, and just starts heading for the door. Like, I cannot do this. I'm sorry. I can't. I have to go. I need to go right now. I have to go.
What do you mean you can't? Nareen,
I can't be here anymore.
I'm gonna just like step in front of the door real quick and like look over Nareen's shoulder towards Amber and Yen. Like,
I'm going to go and follow Nareen because we can't just leave her by herself.
I know we can't. Nareen, we're in this together, right? You're not. If we need to take a.
We don't need to be in this together. We can just leave. And we should leave. We're gonna die if we stay here.
I want to leave. Trust me. But not only do they got our number, there's lives at stake. Like, someone else is gonna buy that house, and someone else is gonna die, and this fucking town ain't gonna do shit about it.
Why is it my responsibility? No one did shit about it for me.
I think it's because I think it's my fault. I found some shit. Okay, there was a corpse that came in. Sorry, cadaver. I still call it corpse. Anyways, but it had some weird shit on it, and remember when I messaged you about it? It came in without skin. Noreen, it was missing skin, and it reminded me of the shit that you told me in college. And so I spent that whole fucking night researching it and trying to find, and I found this substance. It didn't make any sense though, and so I stayed up and I did the research, and it pinged their attention, and because I messaged you, you also came under their eyes.
I think there's like a wave of confusion on Noreen's face, and then sort of just like a ripple of anger.
Let's pause right there with that ripple of anger. It's probably been about a minute. Yin, during this minute, what's been happening?
Yen, I think kind of almost mirroring Noreen a little bit. Also gets up with the journal still, but goes to their stuff as well. But digs around and grabs their own notebook, and starts like frantically copying things into their book. And as the conversation elsewhere gets a little louder between everyone else, and by elsewhere I mean the other side of the room, Yen, not really looking over, but stops like frantically writing and says, "Would you all just stop talking? I'm busy right now."
I don't give a shit. I am tired of this. Like, at this point, Noreen was about to yell at Maya.
Yeah, turns around.
But then Yen said something, and that's her focus now. I don't give a shit. This whole thing has been about you the entire time. What you want to do, what you think is happening, without any sort of concern or care for what other people think.
Maybe I'm the only one who actually cares about what's going on.
You don't care. Not in the way that you're suggesting you care. You only care because it will fill your fucking curiosity.
You only care about yourself.
Back at you. Pot meat kettle.
Whatever. And this
You only give a shit about whether or not this can answer a fucking question for you. You could not give any kind of a care if somebody else died. Be real.
They kind of like started to, zone out from whatever you were saying, and they clap the book closed, and stare at you and say, "You know the best way to keep people from dying? Understanding what the hell is going on. You know what you've done? Run away at every single chance that you possibly could get.
All right.
Run away.
All right. I'm gonna try to like.
What were you
step
just
in
about
here.
to do?
Maya, as you begin to speak up, your phone rings.
It's Dad. It's Dad
my
calling.
like my heart just skipped a beat, like I wasn't ready. Fuck. I'm a look at it real quick. Like, does it?
It's a block number.
Is it my personal or the Delta Green phone?
It's the Delta Green phone.
It's Dad calling. Fuck.
Amber.
I start doing chores.
Amber, please. Can you just keep them here and keep them in one piece? And I'm gonna like step outside the door and answer the phone.
Okay.
And I answer it like, what?
Yeah. We hear what? Let's zoom back inside real quick.
God. I don't remember the last thing we said. I was too
I don't
was too
either.
caught up. I was too caught up by the phone call.
we all were like,
Basically, y'all were just.
Meanwhile, Amber over here to the side. Well, the only thing that you wanted to do so far is run away, like you were about
That's what
to
it was,
only
yeah.
seconds ago.
oh my
yes,
God.
yes. That's
Yeah.
the last thing that I said.
Wow.
Was
Amber's just stirring the pot.
Does Amber say that
said,
out loud?
Throw some salt in there real quick, and then we stir this.
Oh yeah, was that an out loud thought, or was that an inside
Yeah.
Amber head thought?
Oh no, that was a player answering the question that other players
Okay,
were asking
okay,
about where
okay.
we were.
Oh,
Okay. I feel like that would have elicited a much different response.
Yeah.
Had it been an Amber vocalization. Perfect. Great.
It would've-
No, yeah,
it
no.
would've
I
been
just
funny.
called you out on running away always,
Yeah.
like you were just about to do. That's what it was.
Oh, you mean self-preservation? I forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry. The last 2 minutes been so funny. Yeah, you know what? I was gonna run away, and I could admit to that. Can you admit to anything? Or are you just gonna pretend like this is for the greater good instead of your
Never
own
said it was for
personal gain?
the greater good. It is for good.
For your
If somebody
own good,
has
right?
to know, if someone has to know all this bullshit stuff, why not it be me?
I feel like Noreen gives you a look like, that's my point. My point proven right here. By what you
Now,
just said.
can I see in between? Well, like the thing is, I probably do not have the skills to do anything with the fact that they're both having the moment that they're having. But
Do you have
can
do you have
see-
anything in psychotherapy?
I have. Oh, like, well, there is just a little bit sitting right there. I don't know how good it'll do right now, but I can try it.
Yeah, you can give me a roll. That is really the only thing right now that is worth it.
Okay, so you're saying don't do the dramatic thing I was just thinking about doing. That's what
I mean, you can do whatever you want. I just if there is a skill relevant for you to tell that they are not just fighting and they're actually a little bit broken here, then it is psychotherapy.
Yeah, I absolutely did not get that psychotherapy roll. That is 97 over 10. So what I wanted to roll for was, can I, between like their interactions and stuff, can I try to put together a way to kind of get them to calm down just a little bit and maybe bring the conversation from a 10 to like maybe a 7.5?
I mean, nothing pops into your mind as a very specific purpose to do that. They're at each other's throats right now. They're probably one errant line from like actually throwing some punches or just leaving, like Fair leaving, or not Fair, Noreen leaving.
Bye, Fair.
Fair just walks off
up and
camera.
leaves. Yeah.
Really, yeah. The hard part about it is you can't delve too much into their minds, and really all you have is like, "Yo, calm down," or like whatever Amber could think of in the moment. There's no ideas that pop in your head.
Okay. So I'm watching them in the middle of this, and I just go, "Hey, yeah, can I borrow that book?"
let's pause right there. Jump back outside real quick. So you answer the phone like, what?
What?
It's the voice of your handler. It says, is everything going okay?
It's a great fucking timing for that question. You watching us?
No, I don't have any eyes on you. What do you mean?
Well, everyone's just having a great time. What can we do for you?
You need to get in that house.
Yeah. No.
All of you.
Wait, why?
It's the mission.
Yeah. And you're calling us to just remind us of the mission?
Nobody has been in that house yet.
Sorry. Yes, I know. And that was the discussion that we were trying to have. But, you know, tensions are a little high right now, so I need to get back in there, make sure that we have agents to go into the house. And then we'll go into the house first thing in the morning, all right?
Yeah, make sure everyone gets in, and you're probably gonna have to go at night. And he hangs up.
Can I make a roll to be like, why is he in... Is there anything odd about insisting that every single one of us, like, enter the house? Is, like, something...
Yeah, make me a human intro.
Mm-hmm. Oh, crap. Dice. Okay. Hold on.
Dice? In our ttrpg? Couldn't be. Couldn't be.
In this economy?
A
Couldn't be.
D100 right now? Inflation's crazy.
Oh,
Eggs is $15 a dozen, and you want me to have dice?
50 exactly, which is my int.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hit beats it. Yeah, you're kind of listening, and one, you get 3 things, really, that kind of hit you all at the same time. One, I mean, as a Delta Green handler, you do understand that this is the mission, and he is trying to get you inside that house. You assume it is on the market, like it has been said it is, and I mean, everything there checks out. The phone call, little weird. It's like 11:30 at night, but I mean, whatever. Maybe he does have eyes on you, and he lied about that. You can't really tell about that. 2, he's not really been privy to any information, so that the fact that he suggested that all of you need to go into the house is weird. 3, he's not really been privy to any information, so the fact that you all need to go at night is even weirder.
Oh boy. And he hangs up, huh?
Yeah, he hung up after that.
Oh, I don't like that. I really don't like that. Okay. I think that takes me like a beat to like process at that, like the moment he hangs up. And I've like, my hand is like on the door as I've like stepped outside, and like it's like partially closed, but I didn't fully close it so I could keep an eye on like, or an ear out for whatever is going on inside. And then I'm just like, I want to like glance around real quick as I go back inside as well, to just like, what can I just try to like, is anybody watching us? Is there hidden cameras, like that type of shit?
Sure, give me an alertness. Right, not awareness.
And this might be... sorry, what was it?
While they do that, just to adjust it with voices because it got buried a little bit, are we increasing our stats that we failed last time?
Yeah, I can go ahead and do that while this conversation's happening, because you'll do it after tonight's rest, so.
What am I rolling? Sorry, what did you say?
Alertness.
Oh, okay. 21 under 40. I'm never gonna roll any better for the rest of the session.
Perfect, let's waste them right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you give a quick look around and you don't see anything. And what I will give you with the success of the roll is he very specifically said no one has been in the house yet. So if he has eyes, it might be on the house.
Okay. Perfect. All right, I'll go inside and I'll just like quietly close the door, and I'm going to, assuming there's this like little like, you know, that tiny little hallway before you enter like the hotel room proper or whatever, I'm going to just quietly kind of walk up, and I'm going to stand there without. I'm just going to like let the scene happen for a little bit before I do anything else. I'm just going to kind of quietly stand back there.
Yeah, and you walk into Amber saying, "Ian, can I see that book?"
Yen will shoot a glare over towards you and say, "Why? What do you think you can do with it?"
Reading is fundamental.
Sure. How many languages can you read?
3.
All right. Well, here's the thing, Amber. You, I think, out of all of us, are this void, this enigma, this something, that showed up in this. Well, I don't know. I don't know what you are, who you are, what you do. Do you even know who you are?
Currently,
And that's it.
Oh, did you have an additional question?
Maya clears her throat very loudly from like the hallway. Before we get more at each other's throats, I need y'all to leave your Delta Green phones on the bed and come with me for a second. This is important.
Oh, okay, fair. Also, you don't happen to have any gold stickers, do you? Because I did keep them both from leaving.
Appreciate that. We'll talk about it later. And like normally Maya's very like, she's been pretty good at like being friendly with you, Amber. Like even when you do have that sort of like off.
I mean, I would be aware of that change of tone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's this like, oh yeah, like she's trying to do it, but it's like absolutely half-assed, and immediately she's like refocused back, and she's just like, phones, leave it in the room. Let's go. Y'all could use some fucking fresh air. Do y'all do it?
And at this point, as the handler, I'll also say, if you would like, your characters can. It's obviously it's not going to be the snap of a finger, but they can begin calming down at this point. That is about a 1 to 5 minute break, and you're probably hitting close to that limit and being able to regain your breath.
I would like a vibe check on Maya for a second about going outside.
Absolutely.
What role is that?
Human.
Human?
Yep.
Oh,
Maya,
that is a 15 under 50.
Okay, I'll let you take the reins. You can roll against it if you want. You can just say what you want. I don't care.
I think suddenly there's a specific shift from stepped out of the room to answer a phone call to coming back. There is something about what just happened that is clearly like weighing on Maya's mind that has nothing to do with the situation that is like in this room, but she also now has like no patience for the situation that's happening in the room as well.
And I know that it was from the Delta Green phone, right?
Pretty well, it seems to be more than just
Like,
what's happening in this room, so likely something from the phone call.
No, I mean, like, I saw you leave the room with the phone, right?
Oh yeah, like I picked it out of my pocket. Yeah.
Oh, okay, just kind of. I follow Maya out without saying anything until we get to wherever we're going.
And you see me toss my own, like the phone that I was just on, and I toss it on the bed as well.
Do y'all leave Yen and Noreen in there alone, or do y'all wait?
I'm like...
Yen is using this chance to catapult out of this conversation. And we'll just very, like... the term escapes me. But we'll just take the phone, like, very, like...
half-assed, like...
Yeah. Just, like, toss it on the bed, and start walking out. And, like, as just, like, a one last jab, we'll say, You gonna run away now?
No,
just
I'll
walk
be
out.
running. I'll be running a
I
little
was
bit
talking-
later.
Okay, never mind. Great.
Oh, I was about to say I tripped them.
Okay, so
But so you don't say that then.
No, I do
Oh,
say
no.
that. I say
That's
that to
absolutely
you,
sad.
and then Amber says it removed from me saying it to you in passing.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yen says that, and I say, maybe I'll stick around so you can die, so I can watch you die now.
Cool. Yen doesn't stop to grace that response with a response. Continues going outside, away. From here.
Maya stands in that hallway until like each one of you pass her, and she glances to make sure all like the phones are on like wherever they were tossed. Closes the door behind us, basically then steps forward and walks us to like some nondescript corner of the motel, like parking lot or wherever, just somewhere away from lights and away from over hearing ears.
Yep, easy enough. You're in this like very dark corner, kind of where the parking lot meets gravel.
Headquarters, right?
Yeah, that was our handler on the phone while y'all were yelling at each other. And something's up that I don't like. Something's up with our handler, y'all.
What is it?
Why?
Are we good, though, to have this conversation? Or do you need to keep, bitching at each other? And I look, like, directly at, like, Yen and Noreen.
You see a lack of patience on Yen's face.
Maybe you
Does
should
not
give them
say
like another
anything.
minute just in case.
I think you see the same on Noreen, but it's just like it's also sort of mixed with like, I'm here, aren't I?
Great.
That's a very,
No.
very similar. Is like the frustration is now moved from Noreen onto like, why
I'll
aren't
take
you
it.
talking then?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Kind of seeing that directed at her, though obviously now that she's, like, comfortable with it, she's like, I'll take it as a win. And she's like, all right, so interestingly, they and I just kind of like tell them everything that he told me of just like, oh, he wants us to go to the house and he wants us to, like, this is the things that he asked for. Shit,
Wait a
that's-
minute.
Yeah.
How would he ask you that? We haven't talked to them in days about any of the stuff that we've done up here.
Exactly. Not only that, but I think he's got eyes on the house, and he very specifically mentioned going at night. He wouldn't know shit about that. That was part of the research that we found that we didn't tell nobody about. And then additionally, why the fuck do we all have to go in there? Each and every one of us.
Well, I do happen to have a conjecture, but we're not going to like it.
I already don't like it, so go for it.
Well, hey, y'all remember sometime like early last week, shortly after we arrived here, that I told y'all that the house tried to reach me?
Yeah. Maya in her head's like, no.
Noreen's the same. Like, I don't remember that.
I just
Oh,
I
Yen
just-
does, because you told Yen, kind of.
I
You
look
vaguely told Yen.
I look at everyone and then I go, all right. Well, in case we forgot, that is a thing that happened.
Okay, so what's the conjecture?
Well, apparently, whatever we're dealing with doesn't have to deal with distance per se. So that's fun.
That urge, right? We've been having people have urges to like buy the house or some shit or fix it up. You think it got to the handler?
Well, do you have any other reasonable explanation for how they know when to send us to the house, or how we've been here, or that we haven't been in there, or any of the other things you've described so far?
Well, if whatever this entity is can communicate in our minds away from the house with like these mirrors and this furniture and everything like that, doesn't it seem fairly logical that it would be able to pull things out of our heads, like how the handler sounds?
You think that wasn't the handler?
It makes more
something? I
sense
have
to
to
me than,
Well,
you
if
know.
that's the case, then I have to say I appreciate this particular ghost use of technology.
I don't know. That's a possibility.
It's
But-
one that I'd like to entertain over our handler is now possessed by a demon.
The thing is that either
Well,
way, there's only so many options of what we can do about it. The first thing I can think of is go into that house, not at night. At least to start.
Wasn't that our plan?
Yeah, but he specifically said, "Oh, we gotta go at night," before he hung up.
Yeah, we don't go at that's like one of the first things we establish is we don't go
Right.
at night.
So I'm just saying that's the literally only thing we can do to try to fucking rebel against whatever the fuck that was. But like, I don't think we can avoid going into that house, and that doesn't make me the most easy about this shit. So can we at the very least like partner up here and like make sure that no one's alone, or we kind of go in turns? I don't know what we can do here, but I don't want to just have
We
us
can
all
all go
in there.
together in one group. I mean, is this the first time you've all like, I mean, this is the first time I've worked together, but I feel like this is kindergarten at this point.
Yen, I don't think you're understanding what we're saying here.
Noreen's face, she's about to lose it again.
Yen's coming down, but very slowly.
Noreen,
It's not
Noreen-
angry this time. It's like this is common sense, obviously.
Noreen was coming down and now she's back here because Yen can't curb their fucking attitude.
See?
Maybe
I
seeing
just,
this.
I think I would catch that out of the side and I'd just be like,
We're all gonna
Noreen
just
starts looking for a block to beat that.
and I'm over here like literally signing like tranquility over here.
let's all take a moment, and the next time we want to say unnecessary mean shit, we think twice about it. And then let's remember that we're all on the same fucking team here. If we're so hell-bent on, working together, maybe you gotta be the one that goes back to kindergarten, Yen, all right?
What about what I suggested didn't say we work together? I said we stay in one group.
What about what I said meant any of what you just said? I'm talking about
Okay.
making a plan to work together. So don't assume otherwise, all right? We're working together. I'm trying to say I don't want to do exactly what the handler said, but I don't see a way out of all of us going into the house together. That's my point. That's my conundrum. That's what I'm trying to bring to the table. Now we can discuss.
Okay, so let me summarize. Handler said we all need to go together. Handler said we all needed to go at night. Handler says all of this without really knowing what's going on over here. You're suggesting we don't do any of those things and go during the day and not all four of us into the house at the same time. Am I missing anything?
Nope, that's golden.
Yen takes like a deep breath, like lets it all out, and then says, okay. The worst things that have happened in that house, and why I suggested, perhaps not in a friendly way, that we should all stay together in a big group, is that all of these accidents seem to have happened, most of them I should say, with people who are alone or in small groups. That's
fair.
why I suggested we all stay together, regardless of what this handler, demon, whoever said, because I think together, we have a higher chance of surviving.
Maya's very proud of this communication.
And Yen is like talking slowly because they're like, I literally just said this, but I guess I'll say it with other words.
I feel like because of Noreen's background, Noreen knows like
The
can read like
bureaucracy.
the implication, but in Yen's voice, and it's like, if I just knock this if I just knock this motherfucker out, if
I
I
just
do
take
it
that hat off and just go.
if I right upside the head, like just
one little.
As tensions actually begin to like come down and we're able to communicate a bit, I will recover y'all on
Thank you.
part as well.
Nice. Okay. This conversation probably continues a little bit. Some small talk, and what's the final decision? We can step out for a second if we need to. Like, what is the final decision to move on the night and into the next day? And if the final decision can be there isn't one too. So.
I think taking that step out of character, I think we all are agreeing to go to the house tomorrow during the day, right?
Yeah.
And then
I think so.
yeah,
I am, at least. Yay.
anybody not?
Yeah, yay for me.
Okay. And then how do we want to go all together as like, even though that's what they said, like that's probably safer? Or are we doing the camp of like 2 out, 2 in, which does not feel like Maya doesn't like that either.
That feels real bad.
Yeah, so I think Maya ends up being of the camp of like, if all we can do to rebel is just not go at night, then we'll still all go together. I'm fine with that. Does anybody want otherwise? All right. And I think that's the plan. We wake up really uneasily, and like Maya like does not eat much breakfast. Like she's just like nauseous and has a headache at this point. But we'll be ready to go to the house.
I eat a healthy amount of breakfast.
Yen does as well. A comfortable amount of breakfast and an uncomfortable amount of coffee.
I think Noreen sort of picks at her food and doesn't really eat it.
Just to kind of set the tone a little. It doesn't mechanically affect you, but yet in Noreen, it was a rough night's sleep. So, no mechanical values there, but it was hard to stay asleep, toss and turn, and all that kind of stuff. But eventually, y'all eat your breakfast, drink your coffee, load up into the car. Are you taking anything from the greenhouse? Like what is everyone outfitted in as they head into this house? This is D&D, like what weapons are you bringing kind of stuff here?
What's your loadout if we're doing blades in the dark?
Yeah.
I have
What's
a
your
+3 Vorpal sword.
I'll be honest, I'll let you have that over a pistol.
Like we have like a little little
We
spot
got-
with a whole bunch of like weapons and things, right?
Yeah,
so, like,
I
what
have
do we
a
have
Glock.
what do we have in there? Okay.
I mean, the green box has 2 shotguns with 400 rounds of ammunition.
The green box has 2 shotguns. The serial numbers are ground off, which means all y'all would know if they're found alone, not a big deal. If you are found with them, that's highly illegal. Like highly, highly illegal.
We can take the FBI van basically, and
Yeah. It would still be illegal if you're FBI with serial numbers ground off, just as a heads up. Like, I just want to let y'all know what your characters would know. Like, serial
No,
numbers ground off
basically,
of a gun
this is
highly
we're
illegal.
we're dealing with Napster in like the early 2000s at this moment is what we got here.
Basically, yeah. Like there is no tracking these guns back to anything, who bought them, anything. So like that's why it's highly illegal, because they could be murder weapons and absolutely no one could find out anything.
I think I'm trying to like look through. Oh, there it is. Okay. 2 shotguns. I think each of us have a pistol.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
pistols with the FBI get up.
Yeah. Each of you have access to a pistol if you would like to bring it.
Glocks, clothes, badges, and nightsticks. So I take my FBI badge. I'll fucking take the nightstick. I don't know what I'll do with it, but whatever. And a Glock.
You know something? Why don't you let me take the knife, the nightstick?
Well, we each have
You
one.
all should have one of each of these.
Okay. I am probably going to be the only person who doesn't take a gun after a couple of things. One of them being reading my character sheet.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm
That's
fine.
That sounds good. Y'all arrive in a vehicle with whatever you want loaded up. We can also, like, if y'all are like, oh, I would have brought this, please let me know. Like, we can take care of that when we're there. But y'all pull up in a vehicle in front of the house, opposite side of the street, much like last time. You see everything you've seen before. Shabby house, some overgrown vines, stone porch in the front, large yard through the sides and back, sparse trees, very dark windows. As you all pull up, Maya, Amber, and Yen, you feel like you're being watched.
As in a presence, or like kind of, you feel like there are eyes everywhere, or from one particular direction.
It feels like from the direction of the house, but like other than that, it's just hard to tell. It's just that sixth sense of like, like if you're walking down the street, you're like, oh, I know there's someone behind me. It's kind of like that sense.
You know, I forgot to ask. Since it's like we passed like a night into the morning, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did anyone read that book that Yen had?
Which one? The journal book or my book?
I think it was the journal, whichever one you had at the time that you were having polite conversation with Noreen.
Ah.
The one that they were copying to? Not from.
So there was the journal that we found in the nightstand. That's the one that like we all kind of were relaying information to each other. So everybody knows what's in that journal. My book, the one I was writing in, that's mine.
Oh, okay.
Do with it what you will, or try.
Did Amber,
It's in my stuff.
because Amber and Yen share a room, did Amber see
Yeah.
Yen continue to copy that night?
Oh yeah, that's probably. I honestly, Yen, because they can't sleep very well, they probably would be up for a while and like napping in like a chair in between copying stuff.
Yeah, we can say you got like a tenth of the diary down. It is a very
I'm mostly
long,
focused
gibberish
on
diary.
I'm mostly focused on like the rituals and like any mention of this entity.
Sure. And what I will
those
tell
are
you is
parts
when
of
you
it.
do return back to your book as well. So like, I'll say you got about half of that stuff down, the rituals and the entity. But when you return to your book, the first things that you started copying down, it is absolute gibberish. Like, not a language in the world. It's chicken scratch. Like,
Oh,
It
it's one of
is.
those things where you start writing, but the writing just gets thinner and thinner. So it's like,
but it is the
dripping down
scrawlings of
page.
a mad person.
Okay.
Ah, it's because I wrote them when I was not in a good time. Aha, maybe. Who knows? Does the writing that I wrote like during the night, is that more legible?
Yeah, that's your normal like college writing.
Okay. I make mental note to copy those when we get back.
And I will tell you as a Delta Green agent and anyone else that does find out about this notebook, having this information, like, you guys are going to burn the diary of Isabel Willer. And like having this information written down somewhere is also highly bad. Like,
Oh yeah.
it doesn't mean Yin's compromised, but like,
Oh,
it's not a good thing at all.
Ooh.
that was
Bye,
weird.
Kevin.
Sorry. I don't know what happened.
So I'll say in the midst of everything, like when I came back into the room, I probably did not notice, just to avoid like going back and having a conversation or anything like that. So I'm gonna say like I have no clue about this. But Amber probably was in the room with you, Yan, when you were copying, so they would know.
You did this last night after we went to bed? Or you were
yeah,
doing
and
it during
I'm
the
in,
argument?
I was doing it during the argument, but then
Yeah.
like Amber and I are in the same.
Yeah. I think Noreen probably noticed Yen doing it, like, before they got into it. But even though she has calmed down, Noreen is like, what Yen does is none of my business as long as it doesn't impact me. So I do not care.
A mutual understanding.
It's not even a mutual understanding. It's literally Noreen is like, congratulations, you played yourself. It's not my job to save you because you are the quote unquote expert here. And so if you're gonna get yourself into some shit, that's on you, boo boo.
All right, so back to now with the feeling of eyes on me.
Yep.
I think unconsciously I'm going to continue that like look around of like, is there a camera? Who's watching? Like, she's beginning to feel a bit more like Yen's theory is more possible, but she's not ready to let go of like the option that it's literally something else going on.
Sure. Give me an alertness roll, and anyone else that wants to can as well.
That's an 82.
Mark it failed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 68. It was almost nice, but it was a failure.
Nice.
Damn it. I got 23 over 20.
Oh
No.
All right. Well,
Is Amber alert rolling or no?
I can attempt. Okay. So, alertness, is that what you said to roll?
Yes.
Okay. That is a 3 under 21.
Woo.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, you give a quick look around. Probably some side mentions from the conversation last night about like being watched. Maybe he's watching the house, kind of thing. You don't see anywhere that he could be watching the house. There are no road cameras. If he is, very, very hidden. To the point of like you would have to spend a day or two searching like entire yards and kind of stuff. You do think you hear music though coming from the house.
oh no.
From a darkened room, even probably.
Do you say this to us? Do you tell us this?
Just, it feels like someone's watching us, but I don't know who. I don't see anything
that
around
too.
here, no cameras or other equipment for surveillance or things. Don't feel any particular person's presence around here, so
Yeah. I don't like it, that's for sure. Okay, well, we can really.
You know the phrase that the eyes are the windows into the soul?
Sure.
What does that make the windows of this house? And then Yen's just gonna start walking towards the house.
like opens the door and I'm like, yeah, fuck, man, it's too early in the morning for this.
Noreen just
7 a.m.
rolling her eyes, looking at Maya like, This cannot be over soon enough. This cannot be over soon enough.
There's a mutual understanding between us as I'm just like, all right, and I just like
Now you see why I wanted to beat their ass last night.
Ah.
not alone. I'm pretty sure that the last night, like after things calmed down, we had a nice mutual rant about Yen, like the next room over.
Ooh.
But anyways, I'll roll out as well. Let's go. There's only so much. I have like this hand that's like, I go to touch like the Glock on my hip, and I'm almost like I was expecting it to be like, oh, comforting, and instead it just makes Maya feel like worse. Like, that's gross, because she doesn't like having a gun on her, and like she didn't like that she just instinctually like did that, and it's just this kind of moment of like, nothing about this situation is okay, and then we'll continue.
All right, I'll throw this out to y'all. Do you want me to pull you to the map, or do you want me to make the map just like bigger on and cover everything on the evidence board?
Just make it bigger for me for the overlay. Appreciated.
Let me make it bigger, please.
Never.
Okay, but what is everyone doing in the meantime that I mess with this map?
Well, I'm going inside.
Okay. How do you go inside? You just walk up to the front porch, you jump through the first floor window?
Nope. The best way in is through the front door. So,
We're gonna be I'll set the groundwork here real quick. We're gonna be super specific with everything we're doing. So I can give you like everything you see when you walk in, 2 rooms, and etc., etc. That said, like specific to the point of, I walk up to this bed, pull the cover off, and look under it, or something like that kind of stuff. So from the outside, the porch is a simple stone porch, iron bars. There's 3 steps up. A single lamp hangs above a red door. From what you have seen on the inside of the windows, Yin, you know that the porch opens to a small foyer, also known of the blueprint. Like, y'all actually have this blueprint as well, remember? So, which seems to have a closet on the left and an opening directly into the dining room and den on the right. That is all anyone knows. Yin, or not Yin, sorry. Amber, you still hear this music. No one else does.
Yen's intent is to start heading towards the master bedroom, but very slowly. Like not keeping eyes out for reflective surfaces, but in a way so that they cannot look into reflective surfaces, if that makes sense.
Can we
Okay.
do like a little like pre-door huddle of like remembering these things, like all right, reflective surfaces are fucked up, stick together. If you want to look at something, we communicate, we talk about it. I don't know.
I imagine
other
this is a
rules?
conversation we had in the car
Sure.
on the way here, where everyone where Yen was still a captive audience.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. But is there anything else that anybody wants to add, like to our like to do?
Stick together, try to not reflective surfaces.
Right.
There's ghosts, probably.
Like,
Yen would say super helpfully.
How do we avoid the reflective surfaces in the master bedroom when the walls are covered in it?
I will smash them. I hold up the baton. Like, everybody has the baton, right?
Yep. Also,
There's a
like
lot of
the
mirrors
the,
there,
the
though.
butts of guns should smash them too. Like honestly, there's a lot of things in the house that could smash mirrors.
That's fair. There's a lot of mirrors. We're not going to be able to avoid every single one. But if you see something, smash first. Okay? Like, think later.
Yeah.
I,
If you
I-
see something, don't say anything. Just
Smash.
smash the mirror.
if you see something, smash something. I have
Yo.
And then say something.
Can I just ask a practical but probably very concerning question?
Yeah?
What do we do if certain things transpire? Because I am kind of right. This is a difficult thing, so I'm just going to try to say it as directly as possible. Hey, if you turn your gun on me, I am going to make an effort to disarm you.
Oh.
And I would expect you to do the same if you see me try to attack you with things. Because apparently, that is a thing that whatever is going on at this house is into. So, caution for that.
Yeah. Maya is like uncomfortably quiet for that, but just mumbles a yes. All right. Zooms back to the present, into the foyer.
Okay.
Door
How do you enter the
opens.
house? You just open it?
I would like to open the front door.
Okay.
And step inside
You
the
have
foyer.
you go to open it. It is locked. You do have the keys.
Fantastic.
Yeah, insert the key, unlock it. The second the door opens, Amber, you stop hearing the music. As you
It's fine then.
as you walk into the foyer, the initial glance from everyone sees that the closet door has a full-length mirror on it. The closet door to your left.
What are the chances we could get like just so many sheets to cover? Can we just come in with armfuls of bed sheets and just cover them
I mean, I'll like look, this is open world and y'all have money. I'm not gonna like y'all aren't rich to buy a house, but y'all have enough money to go to Home Depot and buy like plastic masking.
the
So
realistic.
if y'all want to say y'all cut out and go to Home Depot for 30 minutes, like you can come back with 40 moving blankets and tape. Like that is a thing that can happen in Delta Green.
We could. I mean, I'll let y'all decide if that's like absurd or what.
Realistically, I don't think we would though, because we would have no idea other than the master bedroom how much reflective surface is in this place.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Okay.
like
So yeah, you swing this foyer door open, swings open to the right, kind of hit by this musky, dusty, it's like dingy dark in there, but there's a little natural light coming from everywhere.
Mhm.
And yeah, there's a full-length mirror on the closet door to your left.
Great.
I want to
I
leave
would
the
like
door
to
open.
direct my gaze to the right then, and away from that mirror.
Okay. You're gonna leave the foyer door open is the plan?
I'm gonna try to insist on that.
Okay. You're gonna like prop it open?
Yeah, if there's something I can prop it open with.
Yeah, sure. You find something heavy enough, the stone that hides a key outside, I don't know, but
Perfect.
okay.
All right. The goal's to get to the master bedroom. Is that what we're doing?
Y'all are so cautious.
We're terrified.
All right, but okay. However, I would like to read the room of you told us, hey, you got to be real specific about what you say you're doing in this house. So
I agree.
All right.
I love it.
We pass
Don't
the
get me wrong.
message along. the mirrors to the left. Like as each one enters, we're just like, look right. We continue walking forward, probably directly into the den.
Yeah.
Okay, this is probably the first and only time I'll ask because y'all said it, and I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Do you want to smash this mirror?
Yen does not.
Okay, you said see it and smash it, so I just this will be the first and only time I ask.
If you see something
So-
in the mirror, smash it.
Yeah, like
Okay,
if you
understood.
like less if you see the mirror and more. Hey, if you see something weird happen,
If the
you look in a
mirror
mirror and
stares
something weird
back.
happens,
Yeah,
break
something
the
that's
me-
not
and
you.
break.
Okay,
Yeah,
understood. That makes more sense. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys walk into the den. The den is a very large centerpiece room of the house. Holds a grand fireplace. Exits lead to the foyer, back porch, breakfast nook, and a hallway to 3 bedrooms. Most of Yamila's furniture seems to remain in this room. There are a few styrofoam cups with what seems to be like an old, like gross caked over liquid inside it on a table in the middle of the den.
Icky.
I'm now trying to quickly look through my notes, but if somebody knows, where was our Delta Green agent found dead?
The master bedroom, I think.
Master bedroom.
As was Yamila.
Yes,
Okay.
both with their throats slit, blood spray on the mirrors, but it kind of looked like a person was blocking it for both of them as well.
But as far as the other deaths or accidents or anything, it's kind of varied.
Yeah, very varied. Like it's garage, dining room, drowned in the master bathroom. Like it's a bunch of different things.
Mhm. All that to say, keep your guard up in every room of the house, not just the master bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah. As you walk through the den, everybody give me an alertness roll.
Oh boy.
Pretty sure none of your alertness is like over 60. I'm pretty sure. So there's gonna be a lot of alertness rolls instead of just having somebody that senses everything.
Ooh, it was bad. It was very bad. Not a crit bad, but bad.
Nope.
It's bad. It's bad. It's not good.
It's not good.
We picked very unalert characters.
I tried.
Not
We're
fun.
focused in the now, in the right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
My alertness is nice over 21.
Nice.
Nice, but
You know something? I feel like there should be some kind of reward for rolling that specific number. I do, but I'm going to leave that alone. for
one of my
now.
friends
The-
said that they
Wait a
wanted to
minute,
have
hold on.
instead of
Is
like
this-
a 1 being a crit success, a 69 to be a crit success.
Yeah.
And the handler said no.
Yeah. That's I have that rule in like D&D and Pathfinder games a lot. Like Starfinder if they ever use D100s because it's like you have it's a 1 and a 69 or a crit success, 100 and like what is the like what's that unlucky number like 83 it or 46 it, is that it? There's like a
86 it?
86
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
86.
There's like a saying. So 86 is another crit fail. That way they're balanced. So 69 and 86 kind of balance each other out.
Oh.
Just to make
Uh,
things very confusing and complicated, I understand.
Yeah. But if you roll a 69, you're happy because you crit.
Because it's
We might do that the more we play Delta Green, but I'm not sure at the balance yet. Anyway, as you guys are walking into the den, you all, with the failed alertness, still see the lights flicker. This seems like bad electricity type thing.
That's one.
And yeah, that's it.
Can I brought a flashlight?
Sure.
Cool.
You bought a
It's a big enough
flashlight? Isn't it
house.
daytime?
Yeah. It's a big enough house though. Like we knew the
Yeah.
windows were dark and
Yeah,
not-
like if y'all went into the hallway, it might be dark. Like, because not all windows are showing in every single room, but or a closet, etc., etc.
Okay. not liking the lights flickering. I think we're all just kind of like unknowingly holding our breath to an extent of just like Maya's barely talking. I won't speak for everybody else, but like Maya's just like trying to remind herself to breathe.
I'm over here just eating my food, so that's why Noreen's not talking. But I think it's the same, like, I feel like for Noreen, it's definitely that feeling of, like, just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like letting that tension build up like in a horror movie, like, at some point something's going to happen. And, you know, who knows what my fight or flight will tell me to do this time around.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just waiting for something bad to happen.
I think this is the most focused any of y'all have ever seen Yen.
But what are they doing?
That's
like, what's their methodology? Eyes on the prize?
So I think that they are taking in as much visually as they possibly can, and y'all wouldn't be able to like visually see this, but they're trying to use like every sense possible to gather whatever kind of information they possibly can in this situation. Not doing a terribly good job of it because dice rolls, but is being very methodical. I think they do also have a flashlight for the very same reason of like there could be dark spots here or things that just aren't easy to see. And they're really trying to find things that are just a little bit out of place, really paying attention to like it is like trying to lead you all in a very direct way, very purposeful way, but not in a fast, careless way, which is kind of against like everything that they've ever shown off ever. They're being very methodical about what they're doing. And is by that default, unless anyone else tries to, is leading the very slow charge towards the master bedroom by way of the breakfast nook kitchen area.
I think we're all quiet, or at least I'm quiet, and the only time I'm really saying anything is pointing out a reflective surface.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, easy enough. You guys continue. Lights are flickering in the den, but you travel into the kitchen. You see what would be like the cutting edge kitchen of like the early 1960s. Obviously now it is very dated. See stick on tile peeling from the walls. Formica counters are cracked and yellowed. The stove is clearly very ancient. And the whole room smells a little bit of like sulfur. Like rotting eggs, sulfur kind of. There's a half-filled garbage bag on the floor, like up against one of the cabinets as well.
And it doesn't smell like the gas is on. It smells like something rotting. More like...
Yeah, it's just like rotting food.
Rotting
like
food.
And I'll say like without an alertness roll, y'all are easy enough to tell that you see that there's some foodstuffs in the trash bag as well. And like it's just not a pleasant smell in here, but it's nothing to be super alarmed about.
Well, quick, just because it came into my head. Does anybody want me to go back outside and turn off the connection of the gas to the house? Or anything like that? Like, I'm, like from the outside, like where the things are.
So you want to go do that? Is that what you're saying?
I'm asking everybody, like, do we want me to do this? I'll go do that.
How far into the house are we right now?
We're between the breakfast nook and the kitchen. We're right here.
Yeah, you're like two and a half rooms into the house probably, so you're not super deep, but you'd have to go through 3 doors to get out.
There's a back door though.
The
right?
exit's like 3 doors down. Might be some of y'all's kryptonite, you know.
I would like to leave.
Oh my god, I'm leaving. I have to
there-
go.
There is a back door though that I would have, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
den?
there is a back door. Yes.
Can we actually? I think Maya might kind of pause and be like, actually, I'm not opposed to just opening up all the exits to the house. Make sure nothing's locked. Make sure everything's propped open. Can we do that real quick? Can I like bring us back, literally just into the den, basically, and she'll
Sure.
open that door? Well,
Yeah.
from everybody else's.
Oh,
I mean, like we're standing and like there's no doors
Yeah.
or walls separating us, so like.
Yeah, as long I'm just like you know, at every point we're all communicating and making sure no one's like, don't do it, and then I'll just kind of slowly like go over here and I'll try to open. Oops, sorry. I'll try to open the back door.
okay. It's a little stuck, but with enough jarring, you can definitely get it open. As
With
you
her
do, give me an
superhuman
alertness
might,
roll.
you might say.
Yeah. The superhuman might,
What roll?
kryptonite, alertness.
No, just no.
Okay. You jar it open. It is open.
I hate this. I want to know what I missed. Okay.
Unlucky. All right. You walk back into the kitchen and the breakfast nook with everyone else.
I can find it. It's propped open. Like it's.
Yeah. It's one of those like newer screen doors that has like the air pneumatics, and you just set the metal to prop it open.
Can I stick my head out the back door and look outside to see if I see the like? Does this house have the connection to the gas outside back here or something like that?
Yeah. You peek out. You're kind of looking around. Not initially available, but you know that there's been a gas smell before, and it has to exist somewhere. But like, unless you're stepping outside, you can't see it right now.
Okay. I know there's a utility closet in the garage, so I'll come back to everybody.
And I'll tell you, most of y'all would know, like houses like this, it would be on one of the sides of the house, very likely, instead of like in the back or the front where people actually exist.
Okay. I come back, and we continue.
Okay. Yeah, y'all are currently in the kitchen. It smells bad. That's really all that's happening.
Okay, I'm airing it out.
Bad smell is bad.
Are there
I'll
windows in this room?
There's a huge window in like the breakfast nook area and where the den connects to the kitchen and the open floor plan, but in the kitchen directly, no. There are no windows because it's kind of in the middle of the house.
Okay.
Should we just keep pressing forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Unless someone says otherwise, y'all walk through this little hallway that connects to, as I move 15 papers out of the way, that connects to a utility closet, a staircase that goes up, and a door that, from the blueprints that y'all have studied enough, know that leads to the very, very large garage.
Yeah, why is the
And-
garage so fucking... Is it abnormally huge?
It's like full two-size car garage, not like let's park side by side and make it hard, but it's like it was, and y'all know that in one of the
garage.
yeah, very comfortable two-car garage. Y'all know that in one of the things that y'all learned that it was, I forget who did it, but somebody
Yeah, like someone
purposely
did a renovation
expanded
and
it.
like
Yeah.
That's so
It's
sus.
like purposely expanded.
Yeah.
And then the master bedroom is to the north. All doors are closed currently. Utility
is there-
closet does not have a door.
Oh, okay.
What's in there?
That's where I would poke my head into. Well,
Yeah.
poke my head. I would shine the light into the utility closet to give it a look.
Yeah, you glance in, you see this like pretty old washer and dryer setup kind of stacked on top of each other, and to the right of those on the back wall you see what would be the breaker box.
All right, everybody note that.
And anything else that y'all can imagine that's relatively useful, like you probably see a blanket or a towel and like just random stuff.
Yen will point towards the garage and give like an eyebrow raised thumbs up as if to question like, should we go in there?
Maya's pretty curious. I won't lie. That's one of the areas.
Mostly because in Yen's mind, they're thinking once we crack that baby open over the master bedroom, this whole shit's gonna pop off. I don't know if we're ready for that yet.
I think there's actually this moment where like Maya looks at the master bedroom and is very scared and decides that her curiosity for the garage is actually quite important, and we'll just be like, yeah, let's do the garage.
I feel like Noreen, knowing up to this point, that Yen has been so gung-ho about getting this fucking house into this master bedroom, and now suddenly they want to make a pit stop somewhere else. She definitely clocks that, for sure. But it's just like, oh, so now, doesn't say this out loud, but it's just like, now they realize exactly what the fuck this is. It's not just a fantasy anymore. This is reality, and they are maybe regretting some choices.
I love that that's her interpretation of what's happening.
So, well, they don't know. They wouldn't know. She's not saying this out loud.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But it's just like,
Okay.
Noreen just clocks this, but is willing. She's okay with going to check out the garage. Let's be real. The master bedroom's probably a red herring this whole time. It's probably the garage. It's the problem.
Okay. Is the plan to open the door to garage?
Yes.
Unless Amber has strong feelings otherwise.
Currently doesn't. Is more just I am just watching and trying to be as alert as possible. It is one of these situations where you're just like, you are lacking a certain amount of nerves for the situation that we're in.
Yeah.
Especially because the other thing that y'all are aware of, like back in episode 1, this is kind of the first of these that he's been on.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Alright, what happens? We open the door. Let's go.
Okay. It is a 2-car garage that doubles as a storage area. Before 1956, you can kind of tell that it was a screened-in porch. It has changed severely since then. It's the most modern portion of the house. It's a 1970s garage door opener and a 1980s refrigerator. Abandoned garden tools hanging on the walls. It has only recently poured piece of foundation in the house. It has the only recently, sorry. And then traces of the former porch can still be seen in the wall closet to the house and the connection to the old foundation there. No cars parked in it. Very dark because the garage door is not open. So this would be a room that you would need a flashlight for.
You don't think that there's something that was buried under here that was then covered up by chance?
That's a good way to.
You mean like a
Literally
ritual
cover
circle or something?
It's an easy way to cover something up.
Yeah. Just a thought. Maya's not gonna do anything about it though.
Not even gonna
Well-
think about it.
You know what? We don't have a sledgehammer and tools, so
Yo.
don't know what you want me to do, boo boo.
Does anybody enter?
I'm assuming from the
push Yen in.
doorway.
No, I'm kidding. This is your thing.
So 2 things. 1, there's 4 of us standing back to back to back. If we all want to get a look at it, not back to back, sorry, like in a line. Assuming we all
Yep.
want to get a look at it, like probably at this point, only Yen, who's leading the charge, can see in. Is it one of those things where we kind of just step and filter in at least to the entryway to allow everybody to have a look? Like, if there's a couple steps, you kind of go down the front couple steps and...
I could do that.
Sure.
So yes,
Anyone
I will
who-
enter through the doorway.
Anyone who passes the immediate threshold of the doorway immediately smells like a barbecue, like cooking.
Like,
It's not coming through the door, so anyone outside does not smell it. But the second you take that step through the doorway, you smell like this.
Like
No,
cooking
no.
meat? Or
No.
It reminds you of like a barbecue.
so like cooking meat or the smell of charcoal? Because those are two different
Like
smells.
cooking meat, probably.
Gross.
Oh, like smoked pork? Is that what you're saying?
I don't like it here no more. Never did, to be
Yeah,
fair.
not us living out like goodbye, Earl, please.
The fuck? I'm looking around. Is there the garage opening? Like, to, like, on the side of the wall?
Yeah, it's on the door. Or, sorry, not on the door. It's like right beside the door,
Yeah.
like where it would be.
Unless someone stops Maya, she's gonna go to try to just open the garage. Maya's opening every exit and entrance to this fucking house.
Yeah, you go to open the garage and you just hear it click, 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 click. It's like stuck or something. Like electricity's going to it, but the garage door opener, like above it, is giving you the error, the 10-click error.
Oh no.
Amber, you wanna help me lift this thing?
Lift the garage door.
It's an exit.
Where did the
All
fire
right.
take
Well,
place?
you know something? Sure.
Yen just kind of like asks into the void where the fire took place in this house.
Let's look at our notes.
I just have that there was a fire.
I can tell you, if you would like.
Well, I know you can tell me.
I think
just
all
don't know
y'all
if
know.
we-
That's why I'm just
Okay.
offering to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
I am fairly certain it was the master bedroom.
Okay. So,
Cool, cool, cool,
what do you need me to make a roll?
Can we
Amber person?
together just lift the garage door physically?
Sure, y'all walk like through the garage to go lift the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Y'all get there. Bend down. Hands on the little handles. And force lift it up. It lifts easy enough. Light filters into the garage.
All right. Poking my head out, does the smell like get stronger or eases up, or is it very much like barrier, like no smell, no smell?
Yeah, you try a few different things. If you poke your head out, you still smell it. If you take a step past the barrier of the garage door, you don't smell anything. It smells like fresh air.
Okay.
Maya, you okay?
Yeah, no, it's just, that's not how fumes work. But I ain't gonna question it.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh,
Because I didn't follow you. I didn't follow you out there while you were testing.
yeah. Well, look, you smell that shit? Where you standing right now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Stick your head out, but keep your feet in. You still smell it?
Does it smell different out here?
It does. It smells like fresh air.
See?
Does the garage smell like is the smell like, how do I say this? Does it smell like the scent is lessening in any way from inside this garage? Like there's ventilation happening?
No.
Does anything about the surroundings of the garage look unusual? Things like
No.
differently colored panels or scratches on the wall or any of those things?
Nope. Not at
Okay.
all. Give me an intelligence check though, Amber, as you're like thinking about it hard.
Intelligence check. Okay, that is a 21 under 80.
Nice, smart cookie.
Whoa, Amber's smart. Okay. Yeah, you remember being told, I think you were actually with Maya, and y'all learned this from the coroner, if I remember correctly. If not, then you were told this. But this is where somebody ended up electrocuting themselves. And you kind of put 2 to 2 together and then the smell of like hair, burnt hair, hits your mouth,
Mm.
your nose. I need a psyche roll.
Oh, but why? Oh, wait. We have to roll. Okay, hold on. Am I?
You're
I'm
rolling
Wanting to
your
roll
psyche.
under psyche.
right?
Amber hasn't had many, but I'm pretty sure Amber has a ridiculously low psyche.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty low. And also, this is probably like a terrible roll.
Well, if it's above your psyche, then yes. Then yes,
No,
Is
it
it
it's
is.
bad.
Above your psyche in double digits, I assume.
Yep.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Nice.
Oh
nice,
buddy! Oh no!
No,
we
this
call
is,
that a
Protect
critical
the
fail.
baby.
Well-
no. This is not nice. Actually,
Is
It's
it 100?
anti-nice. It is not.
Is it
Okay, well at least it's
66?
not that. Is it 90?
Okay.
What is it?
It is a 77.
Ooh, lucky.
Well, for someone.
Yeah.
Maybe the house.
Thankfully, you put this together. You've kind of learned this over with Maya. You don't see anything. You only smell it, and it's just abstract enough to like, do I smell this? Am I imagining it? You only lose 1 psyche point.
That's more suspicious.
Well,
Why?
I don't. Listen. This is wonderful and a
way-
gift.
It's-
Accept
No, like-
it.
You know something? It's not even that it's weird for me. It is once again, Amber is suspicious. How did you only lose 1 psyche for that? I know that's what's happening. Dear audience, wherever you happen to be listening to this game, it has been. What episode are we on now?
6.
It has been 6 episodes, and for every one of these 6 episodes, has someone looked at me askance and went, "Okay, you though, what is going on over here?"
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Okay. That is where we stand currently. Garage door open.
Once it's open, I'll go back inside.
Sure.
After you, Yin.
And we'll nod and we'll turn back towards the master bedroom. And hand on door, look back, nod towards everyone, and we'll open the door to the master bedroom.
Okay. It
Squeak.
opens just fine. I turn a page. The master bedroom features, as y'all have all seen in pictures, odd, all-encompassing mirrors built literally into all of the walls. Like, there is not a piece of wall with no mirror on it, minus like the door to the bathroom. They were originally added in 1926, as y'all know, and replaced in like the 1960s. However, sorry, I'm missing something here. My reading comprehension is bad. Yeah, when entering the room, you all have the impression that you are underwater. It's like this deep pressure, and not like you can't breathe underwater. It's not like you're having to hold your breath, but it's like just this. Imagine if you could breathe at the bottom of a 10-foot pool. Like, you just have that pressure, like, in your ears and your head, on your body. In every direction, because of how they set up, the mirrors cast thousands of reflections, kind of like opening on themselves, like mirroring themselves, and this constant, like, just disorienting, honestly ugly looking picture. As everyone walks in,
Can I grab a towel from the utility closet?
yeah,
Okay, thanks.
reach back, grab a towel from the utility closet. As everyone walks in, everyone except Yin feels pretty okay. Yin, this room is like nauseating. It is making your head spin. It is not pleasant. If you want to force yourself through it, you can probably get through another minute or two. Everyone else, you have that sinking underwater feeling, but everything else seems fine to you.
It's like instant migraine for Yin.
Basically, yeah. It's like it's like Yin has the feeling that they've been on a spinny ride at a carnival for the last 6 hours, all hitting right now.
Oh my god.
Vertigo.
Do I have any sense of why? I mean, I the player have some guesses, but in character, do I have any senses why this might be happening? Specifically from like an occult perspective.
Do you have any unnatural?
I don't.
Okay. Give me an occult roll.
You know what? Just for the sake of it.
It's a failure. I'm rolling too high.
Oh, you get to mark it at least.
Yeah. Eventually, my occult will be high enough that even these high rolls, it won't matter.
What's up, Amber? You said for the sake of it, you rolling something?
I said for the sake, just for the sake of the nonsense, because you mentioned it, I decided to make a roll for the unnatural.
Yeah.
I missed it by 2.
No.
Oh no. It wouldn't have came for anything for Amber because he doesn't have this feeling, unfortunately. But
I don't
Yin,
have this feeling.
you can't really put it together. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe the mirrors, like, I'm sure through a couple of small talks y'all can communicate to each other that you all feel kind of underwater, suffocated, like there's this deep pressure in here, but you are seemingly worse than everyone else.
Yen's
Noreen's
suspicion.
just like,
Yen, you okay?
They're like, I think they're visibly kind of like wobbling a little bit, like someone who just went on a week-long cruise and is now back on land. Their mind, even though they can't really pinpoint it, they're like, okay, at least two people died in this room, if not more. It's gotta be fucking with something. And they're like, I think I need to,
I'm gonna go get. Can I go get Yen? I would like to go get Yen.
Sure. Yeah, you step up to go get Yin. As you do, you kick this penny like on the ground. You watch it as boom, ding, 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 bounces, and you watch it, expecting it to like clink against the mirror. It just goes in and keeps going through the reflection.
no, boo, boo,
Let me be explicitly clear to the rest of the characters. None of y'all see this.
Oh, okay.
There is no penny.
So
I still gotta say no, though.
yeah, for sure.
You the player.
Psyche rolls are not my friend today. Does anybody want to
agree.
guess what number we got today?
99.
88.
You were shy by 1.
Was that a
Yen,
crit?
shy by 1.
Is it 100?
It is a 98.
Okay,
Oh,
well that's better. Listen, of
That
the
is
3
better.
alternatives that were called, that one's okay.
That is vastly better. Give me a D4 roll. Amber.
This is a D4. Oh no.
Because you swear up and down you see this penny just go into the mirror. The mirror ripples like water. And you just watch
Okay.
it go through the reflections.
That is a 3.
Okay. You lose 3 psyche.
Okay.
how does this manifest in Amber as they're trying to step up and like get Yin?
I see that, and I have a very black ass reaction to that, and to see that happen, go, nope, and just go and immediately go grab Yen and walk out the room. And it's like, Yen, listen to me. We're leaving, and I'm not talking about it. And we just and then pull them out of the room.
I think Noreen's in the hallway or wherever, like you're leaving, and Noreen has been like probably hovering by the door anyway. So the second she sees Amber's reaction, it's like, I know that's right.
Because I feel like that's something everyone would have heard. I wouldn't have been quiet about it. It would have been like, no.
Amber, who's been like this kind of like very cute, like enthusiastic, is suddenly like, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. We're good.
Maya does not want to walk in there. she takes that step back from like the utility room just to let you all pass. Like, just, yep, here's space. Bring them out. Let's go.
So, you know something? While we're here, though, because we had a rule about it, I'm going to do a thing. I'm going to go and get Yen. I'm also, like, as we're leaving, I am going to take aim at and then throw my whole baton at the mirror. I'm not even going to see if it lands. I'm just going to throw the baton at the mirror and leave.
Okay. Yeah. You give me a... What would this be? Just give me an unarmed. Or a melee weapon. Whatever's better for you, honestly. I don't know what throwing a baton is. So.
Unarmed or melee?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. That doesn't happen either way, but
Sure.
it is a 49 and unarmed.
Okay.
Over
Yeah.
40.
Hey, hear me out. Mirrors aren't moving. As you're backing out, like you don't see if it hits, but as you're backing out, you don't hear the glass shattering, but you know it hit. Maybe it hit the ground first. You hear like, tick, 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 and it seems to like rattle on the ground for a second. No glass is like shattering to the ground or anything following after that, but your baton is now in that room.
I'm assuming
you're all
you saw something?
You know something, my uncle told me before I came on this trip that asking questions is how you die. So, what I'm going to suggest is that you do not ask me that.
Maya, who's been like, not doing great already, is just sort of, her breath kind of just like escapes, like.
Oh, I also just say, right. Also, I'm not going back in there to get that baton. I just want to be clear about that.
I feel like the FBI can afford another baton.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
How do I feel now that I'm not in the room?
You feel fine.
It's just like, hey, Yan, you okay?
There's
It wasn't an immediate threshold cross, but it was like stepping off a boat that you're seasick back onto a pier. Like,
yeah. Oh.
You good?
I'm okay now. Just it feels really bad in there. Just feels really bad.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. I quite agree.
Maya goes to ask another question, then shuts up.
No, it's like I don't even look. I'm like, Maya, you're gonna do it. What you got, Maya? What you got?
No. She opens her mouth to ask, but then is like, she genuinely is like, I'm not gonna ask questions.
Maya opens her mouth to ask, and Amber pulls up "Nuck if you buck" on his phone.
Yen kind of like glances back towards the master bedroom, though. I have a sneaking suspicion that whatever thing is, call it the heart of the home, is in there. given the, oppressive nature of that space compared to everywhere else.
I also don't feel like the. And then I just stop. Like, I just stop right in the middle of that sentence.
I think information is important. What do you?
Yen. You understand that with every bit of information we acquire about this house, weird things get worse, right?
The weird things aren't going to get better.
Yeah, there's no
just
void on
because
them.
we ignore it.
Okay. So, I look around at everyone, and I look at Noreen specifically, and I want it to be known, right, for the record, that I gave a whole warning. So, turn back to Yen. That mirror in that room back there doesn't seem to care very much about our if we see something policies.
Because it didn't break?
Just for funsies, feel free to just step in there and throw something at it and see what happens.
I don't want to step in there, but I do want to look towards whatever mirror Amber threw the thing at.
I mean,
Completely disregarding the initial thing that we discussed of not looking in mirrors.
Amber, give me a luck roll.
A luck roll.
because technically with the mirrors, like, you don't have to look at, like, the specific mirror, right? You would be able to see the baton from all the reflections.
Wait a minute.
Well, I'm specifically looking to see if the mirror cracked at all.
Okay.
Hold on. First thing,
if there was anything that was done with it.
luck roll. Where is that?
It's just 50-50.
Yeah.
It's just what?
Above 50.
50-50.
Above 50, under 50.
Okay, it is above 50.
Okay, that is a fail.
It is a 55 over 50.
Yeah, based on the orientation of the room and how you walked in, Yin, the baton that got thrown at a certain mirror was around the right corner, so you would have to step into the room to see it.
Okay. Meaning, like, the other mirrors around wouldn't give a good angle on that mirror either?
I mean, you can attempt to look through other mirrors to see it. It's this is a weird analogy, but have you ever seen a streamer watch their own stream on OBS?
Yes, I've done that
And it just,
accidentally
like,
a couple times, and it
yeah.
just goes forever. Yeah.
Yeah, it just goes forever. That's basically what you're seeing. So it's
okay,
it's almost too disoriented to track. I mean, you don't see any
got
cracks,
it.
but like, who knows? You also don't see a baton. You barely see the bed.
Sorry, just to kind of get a better idea in my head of what you're saying. Is it almost like mirrors reflecting into mirrors, like that sort of thing?
Yeah,
Yep.
the like
'Cause
infinity
there is,
hallway,
like-
basically.
Yeah, there are 2 windows and a door, and everything else in this room are mirrors.
Alright, well, I mean, okay, I get it. That's the situation right now. But we were going here to check things out, right? We were going here to do shit, so that's where we wanted to go. That's where the fucking heart or whatever is, according to you, Yen. So what are we gonna do? What's the action plan? Want me to chuck another baton in there?
I think that's not gonna.
Exactly.
I hate to bring it up now, but I don't think most physical things are gonna really do anything in this house, like guns or batons or whatever. Supernatural stuff doesn't really care about that kind of stuff.
My
in
list
my
of
experience.
options is limited to none. You know what though? You're right, Yen, because people keep buying this house and people keep getting influenced by this house, and there's some fucking ritual to do shit affecting the house, but I haven't heard one single thing about what we can do about this house. And it's getting a little bit on my nerves. Because people want us in this house, people want us to do something about this house, but we can't do shit about this house. So the only other thing that I got is putting it to rest if it's haunted or whatever. Right? That's what people do in those movies?
Right. Do you have a spare human lying around? Because we could do that. There's a very simple thing we could do.
Remind me. Hold on.
Takes
the-
about an hour.
It's
if I'm
an
not
hour ritual. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes about an hour if I'm not mistaken.
Well, but see, that's to dismiss, and like she stops herself from saying anything. That's to dismiss.
Right.
But the pictures or the images that people have seen here have been of a lady. Of some kind. Now that's either... flips through my notes. What's her face? Okay, that's either Isabel or Adele. So, Isabel, Adele, you got something you want us to do for you before you get the fuck out of
I
here?
get really close to Maya, like not touching, but like very close, and I say in a very serious whisper, "You do not want to do that."
What else are we going to do?
I think Noreen straight up looks at Maya and says, "Stop inviting shit. What are you inviting things for?"
I'm trying to put this shit to rest because we're walking through this fucked up house. What are we
Here's
going
the problem. Here's the problem. Let's put together what we know. All of these people are dying by whatever, right? This seems to be, or whatever the ritual is, if it's anything described in this book, is something that has to happen every so often, right? Because the book mentions sacrificing a human for only 2 things.
Yeah,
I
hold
don't
on.
think laying things to rest is going to cut it for this.
So
I'll jump in there with handler just to make sure we have the correct information. What are you speaking of?
So there's one ritual, right, where they're just like, we would like the dark man to appear. There is one where it's kind of like, hey, you do things with our furry friends and he might appear, or, you know, if you want a little bit better of a chance of success, you involve the sacrifice of a human. Second ritual, hey, if you would like to dismiss this thing, you have to take a place that was already consecrated to this and sacrifice a human on it. So, right, you have those 2 things.
I thought the first one, so the one to summon him, is just the animals, and then like 2 present
The
must
animals
be
and
willing.
people have to be willing to,
But
or
it's-
in the second part, in this ritual, it outlines a simpler process that guarantees it comes if a human
Oh,
is
I missed that.
sacrificed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Sorry.
a slightly separate
Thank you.
thing.
Got it. So it
Yeah.
does can require human.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
it certainly implies that.
Kind of
I
like,
don't think
hey,
it
we
implies
can.
that. I think it's straight up.
No, this is just like.
It's-
Yeah.
my
Now,
bad.
the book says if you want the
Now,
if you
rules
want
as
to fly-
written.
like rules as written is just like if you want to fly first class, you know, like we can just go
Yeah.
ahead and give yourself a little Edward Elric over here.
That's
Right,
to dismiss.
so-
That's to dismiss it. I understand, but that's not happening. I ain't killing anybody. Are you?
No. There was like an uncomfortable pause
Yeah.
before they said that. I would like, just in this moment, though, from you specifically, any practical alternatives, because you're the first to speak up when something doesn't feel good, but you give no alternatives to it.
That's what I'm saying.
Except for,
We
let's
don't-
have a group discussion.
No, that's what I'm saying. We have nothing. We're in here and we're not doing anything about it. What is walking around this house going to do for us?
Well,
We don't have a plan.
so far, at the very least, if we have to come here at night, we know where things are, where they're likely to occur, which direction to go in, what the layout of the land looks like, where all the exits and the windows are, and what things we need to prop up if we have to make a quick or hasty escape in the event that we don't feel like dealing with supernatural things, which may or may not have the ability to open or close the windows, which you can probably shoot with guns, because although things may be supernatural, the windows and the doors certainly are not.
I turn to Noreen. We are walking through here? For what?
Narina's like, I've been asking that this whole fucking time. The entire y'all the ones who would have let me leave. I was just trying to get the fuck out of here, away from this place. Y'all brought me in this house.
I think that we need to put this house to fucking rest, and I ain't doing that one ritual that we got. So what other options do we have than to ask them directly what the fuck they want before they leave?
Well,
because it's not them. I don't know how better to tell you this. This thing, whatever is here, this thing can make itself look or sound like anything.
You don't know
from
that.
what I'm gathering.
I'm gonna stop.
What
it
better
right
way to
there,
pull
Yen.
people in here?
I'm gonna
You know
stop.
something?
Check your
Hey,
tone.
let
First
me-
of all, check your fucking tone. Check your
I'm
fucking
not, because this is literally life or death.
Maya, listen to me. I hate to say this. This motherfucker is right. And that's the only time you're ever gonna hear me say that. We started out the conversation about coming into this house with suspicions that our handler was not actually our handler.
Yeah.
So what makes you think that whatever is in here can't just pretend to be the people that it's taken?
Maya does take like a breath. You're right. You're both right. All three of you are right. It could be anything. I'm still saying we don't have a plan. So why don't we just talk to it? Because otherwise we're just it's just time's ticking. We're just gonna be here until we all fucking break.
Well, here's a question for you, Maya. And you don't have to answer it right now. What happens if we ask the question and the answer that we get is you? Then what?
There's a can you make me like a roll to catch something? What would that
Human.
be? Human.
And I also?
Yeah.
Is my human just decent?
Human. Okay.
I'm gonna also roll just because I want to. Oh, my human is not good. Fuck.
Oh,
Critical success, everybody. 22 under 41.
21 under 50.
Okay.
Yes?
That's a 91 over 10.
Oh god.
Okay. Oh, you get to mark it as a failure.
Yay.
So Noreen probably the only one who doesn't who's maybe watching Amber or somebody else aside from Maya at that moment, but the two of you, Yen and Amber, see Maya glance back, towards the car. But she's immediately thinking of option 2. And then you said a critical success, Yen?
Yes.
I'll give you with the critical success that maybe it's not leaving. It's
Oh, yeah.
there's maybe something
So
there.
Potentially the gas canisters that were potentially something that I saw you looking at a while ago, potentially.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
And then I look at Maya and I give her a moment and I go, well, I mean, yeah, I suppose if I'm picking up what you're putting down here, I guess we can either ask them what they want or like burn this whole thing to the ground and hope that it works.
That's the thing,
Because
though.
if it doesn't, and it summons people back here to rebuild the house, then
So we're looking
That is
for a
a-
human sacrifice? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
What's the plan?
But this
Somebody
thing
just
isn't
tell me
tied
the
to-
plan.
If you want to talk to something, I can make that happen, or I can try. But we're going to have to do it. Not right here. Just gesturing to this hallway that we've been having.
Yeah, we're just like in this hallway, really uncomfortably set up.
Yeah. We can try that. But I'm gonna need everybody, at least for 2 seconds during that process, to really listen and trust me.
Look at Noreen.
I will listen. I don't know about trust. I'll listen. But the second your tone becomes out of pocket, we're gonna have a problem. So check your
Okay.
fucking tone. Because I've been
Trust
dealing
what
with your
I'm
tone this whole
doing,
fucking
then.
time.
You can... whatever. I'm gonna start heading towards the den. Not fast. I'm just kind of leading everybody towards the den. With the intention of clearing a large space there on the floor. In preparation, perhaps, for a minor ritual that's not, like, mechanically a ritual, but, like, my own stuff.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna try to talk
So
to the
the-
dead,
the-
everyone.
The den,
That's fine.
correct?
The
Yeah.
den. The quote-unquote heart of the home, but not, you know, what potentially is the heart of the home.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you do that. You begin clearing out a little bit of furniture. It's not like you have to move the couch or anything. Like you move a little coffee table out of the way. It makes enough room for you. You begin setting this up. And then everybody hears, kind of coming from the fireplace, what sounds like chopping wood.
Bye. Noreen's gone.
Well, in real time, we'll pause. Y'all hear it like 3 times, and like can tell that you finally hear it the 3rd time. And then, yeah, well, in our real time, we'll pause. But like, what are your characters doing, thinking, etc.?
Yen is very, very, very focused on trying to make a circle with protection runes and such that everybody can fit into. And hearing that, just starts working a little faster.
Okay.
Okay. I was just saying, Noreen is making sure she remembers every single exit that they came across in this fucking house. Because she's out. The second something bad goes down bad, she's out. I'm out. Okay? I did not want to come here to begin with.
Okay. My Amber question mark.
Amber is thinking, I have to get somebody to use the bronze bowl and the knife if worse comes to worse. And at the very least, they can take a letter to Uncle Donnie and let him know what happened.
Okay.
My eyes immediately like look at the fireplace.
And when you look over there, you can track it coming from like the hearth of the fireplace.
Is there anything
The
moving?
sound. No.
And then I just immediately look to my left, like this expression of like, I don't want to be here, does not change as her eyes just kind of like go towards the door that she propped open and hopes, above all hopes, that it is still open. And this like unconsciously steps a little bit closer to that open door.
Okay, it's still open. The chopping continues as Ian is attempting to set up this ritual quicker.
Great. Great.
Oh my god,
Just
that
hear
makes
that
me want to just get up out of my
breaking
seat and
of
run
wood.
right now.
Is it getting like louder, more frequent, closer?
No, it seems to be almost rhythmic. It's definitely not rhythmic. And when you glance over there again, like wondering if it's more frequent or anything, you see that there are some gouges of wood in the hearth.
New?
Yeah.
Gouges.
Looks like as
different
if
ways.
somebody is, yeah,
Like an axe hit them.
chopping an axe into a piece of wood.
Oh, into the wood. There is wood there. Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, like the mantle
Into the hearth. There's not like they're not splitting logs or anything, but what you would use to split logs is you see pieces where an axe is hitting. Little gouges in the wood.
Are we just going to ignore that? What? Stop. Just stop. Just stop. We see it. We see you.
It continues.
Well, Maya, on the other hand, if you wanted to have a conversation, this would be a good time.
No, it's not. Yen will say from the
No.
ground.
No, it ain't. Yeah.
No.
I think Marina and Yen at the same time were like, no, it's not. No, it ain't.
For very different
Not-
reasons.
All
I'm
right.
like, listen, you don't
Maya's
see nothing, you don't say nothing. You see nothing.
Maya goes over and grabs the piece of wood and flings it out of the fireplace.
Oh my god.
Just to be clear, hang on. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure that I'm seeing the same picture that
Yeah.
Syrup is.
Yeah, let's make sure we're all in the same.
It's not
page here.
wood in the fireplace. It's like the mantelpiece that's around the fireplace that's getting chopped, right?
I heard that a piece of wood is getting indented.
So there is a place right outside the fireplace that you would use to chop logs of wood. There is no
Okay,
log
yes.
there, but the place that you would use to chop logs of wood is getting gouges.
As okay,
into it.
okay.
So it's
Okay.
like, is it like that block of like that
It's literally a chopping block.
right?
Basically, yeah. Yeah, it's a chopping block
Okay,
that is getting
okay,
axe
okay.
gouges put into it.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so there's nothing
I was
there
thinking
for
like
me to
the
grab.
actual fireplace was
No.
getting.
Is there a splitter there? Is there a supplies
Like a
for the fireplace? Like, you know, like the poker.
Yeah,
setup?
like a fire poker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like a wood splitter or something like that? Like an axe?
No. Nope.
Is it getting deeper?
Actually, no. It seems to be the same. Like every time. It's like it just makes the same gouge.
For lack of an ability to actually tangibly do something to it, Maya like grabs a piece of gum, starts chewing it like in her mouth for like noise, and covers her ears, and is just gonna try to like only hear her own chewing sounds.
Okay. Yeah, it continues. Does anyone else do anything? Yin, you keep your ritual.
Just adding some like little extra like protection runes in there before like trying to my goal with this like circle is to have like theoretically a circle that things can't necessarily pass into, but we can still like talk. That's what they
Sure.
think, at least. That's what
yeah,
their
yeah.
experience is.
For sure.
This is different, but you know, they're going with what they know.
Can I just one quick thing, not being able to not look at it though, I must know, oh my god, I must know, is the line, the cut, does it look like the same thing that could have done it to the bodies?
It's hard to tell. I mean, it's doing a lot of damage to the wood itself, so like maybe if it was used to slice, but I mean, you don't even see the axe that's coming down. You just see the gouge in the wood. So
I'm gonna say out loud, with my hands over my ears. Each place where someone died, I think we're just getting leftovers of it. Someone tried to set fire to this place. That's it.
Okay. At this
Quick
point-
memory, quick recall. Didn't someone actually set part of this house on fire at one point? Actually,
The master bedroom, yes.
How
And then
far
two
did the
people
fire
died.
spread?
Not very. It barely damaged the master bedroom. There was fire damage in the master bedroom, but it didn't even get out of the master bedroom.
Mm.
It was put out by a neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Guess I'm sure somebody just gave them a call and told them they should go to that house, huh? Sorry.
Wood chopping still going in the background. Please let me know if anyone else does anything. Yin, you finish what you think is your ritual circle.
I'm going to gesture towards everyone to come and stand inside of it. And I'd like to imagine that it's like big enough. It's not huge, but it's big enough that we're not all like sardined together. But I would try to have us like back to back essentially.
Okay. Does everyone agree, or does anyone not want to be in this homemade
No,
ritual circle?
I'd go over there and be in the circle because I don't have a reason to. I don't have a reason not to be there.
I have a reason to be in that circle. There's some wood being chopped for no. That ain't even. I'm in the circle. You know I'm in the circle.
I'm in the circle.
No.
Yay! The only thing to
If I-
get Noreen to trust me is something imminent and perilous.
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay.
Yeah, I would make sure that wherever I'm facing towards where the master bedroom is, though, in like the
Sure.
orientation of the whatever weird squarish circle that we're standing in.
Yeah.
They would take a couple of deep breaths and say fairly loud, if you are here and you have something you want to say, now is your chance to let us know.
Okay. As you say that, you're all standing there. You watch this. What did you make the ritual circle out of?
I would
Chalk?
imagine that probably just chalk. Yeah, probably like
Okay.
black, like dark chalk, like charcoal chalk almost.
Yeah. Okay. You watch this ritual circle that Yin has splayed out on the ground in a very specific pattern begin to shift under your feet. And as it moves, it kind of finally relays itself into the same pattern that Yin you saw at the end of your last ritual.
Whoops.
All the lights in the house shut off, and you all feel yourself losing consciousness as you just hear this in the background. And that's what we're in the episode.
Whoopsies.
That door's still open.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, but we're taking a snooze now.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
out. I got
Y'all
my
are.
Heelys
Out like a
on.
Yeah.
light.
y'all
I know
y'all
I-
attempt
I know I
to.
did-
There's like one step, boom, Noreen hits the ground. It's like,
I
oh, no,
know I did
Noreen.
say this at the top, but I am wearing Heelys, and so I just wheeled myself out.
oh, okay.